I'm back with another video. This is another Walking Dead Friday. If you guys don't know, every Friday till The Walking Dead comes back out in October, we're going to do any video related to The Walking Dead from the past 8 seasons to the current season and other stuff. So this week's Friday, Dead Friday, is going to be talking about what got me into The Walking Dead, what does it mean to me, and stuff like that, so let's get into it. I briefly talked this in my tag video. I made my own Walking Dead tag. I will link it in the description or up in the icon. I hope you guys check that out and stuff. It's pretty interesting to look at and stuff like that, but besides that, I briefly talk about the hit, and then one of the questions I have asked. I started Walking Dead in season 4 when it came and premiered. I briefly watched part of season 3 when they was premiering season 4. I only got a couple episodes for the end of season 3, and I heard over the years that the show was really good and people recommended me to watch it. I just never had the time to look at it. But when season 4 came in, I really watched it. I love the characters and stuff in it. I love the whole plot choice of it's apocalypse where there were zombies in it and stuff like that. I really like the zombie stuff. My daughter, I like horror, but not too of that. But besides the point, I watched season 4. I don't know where it would come in season 4, when they had the mid-season, the break between the mid-season finale and mid-season premiere, or it was the whole season 4. But it was sometime during that. I have got the 4 episodes, the first 3 seasons on DVD, and I binge watched it, and it started from their season 5 rolled in. I watched it, and then for some reason from the break from the mid-season finale for season 5 to the mid-season premiere of season 5, episode 9 rolled in, during that time period, I wanted to made a YouTube channel. I made this YouTube channel. I wanted to get on here and talk about how much I really loved the show. I wanted to express and talk about it, like how much I loved it, and I hope there was people out there loved it like I did. Sure enough, there was a lot of people did, and it surprised me a lot. The first person I watched on YouTube that talked about The Walking Dead was Make It Pass Presents. That dude plays that channel, Ronnie Hayes. He's one of the first person that I saw that was talking about The Walking Dead, how he got into collecting Walking Dead stuff, talking about how he broke down a lot of stuff that is really interesting. And I was like, well, he's really interesting to talk about The Walking Dead, and I want to do the same thing like he did, to show the love of the show and how it's so interesting and it's different from other shows and stuff like that. And then I kept on watching. There was other channels going in. Megan Stan doing live reactions and stuff. There's another channel, I can't think of his name, but he does a lot of Walking Dead stuff. Trey, I think it's TREV. He does good Walking Dead contents too. And then when it came rolling around for season 5 mid-season premiere, I started doing my channels. I don't know if I think I done my first live reaction and stuff, or my review. I can't remember if I started my live reaction, but I did in season 6. I done live reactions. I can't remember I done it in season 5 or not, but yeah, I think I did. And then I thought it would be cool. I was like, a lot of people does live reactions to other TV shows and stuff, and I said, well, it'd be cool for me to do mine. So that's what sparked me to do my live reactions and stuff. And it kept on going, growing and growing and stuff. With now there's Fear the Walking Dead. I do that. I want to do other contents for The Walking Dead, the Telltale games, but I'm not. I like video games, but it don't like me. But besides the point like that, it just kept on growing bigger and bigger. I got into the comic books for The Walking Dead, and that sparked it in me love Walking Dead more and stuff. And season 6 rolled around. I was still doing live reactions and stuff, and hearing about the No Way Out arc. I read briefly of it, but I got more into Negan's arc. That's what started me reading the Negan thing. My very first issue was issue 149, I think, or it was the issue before 150. It was with Negan behind Rick, and Rick was sitting down, but so far like that. But yeah, that was one of my first issues. I really loved Negan from the comics and stuff. I could just something about him, and then finding out around season 6, end of season 6, that they're announcing that they're casting Negan. I was like, well, that's cool. And that's what started where I started reading. That was right during the introduction of Negan in the comics. So, and I love that. And I was really excited for that coming up and stuff. And so, yeah. And time by then, by season 6, I started collecting stuff. I think I started collecting. My first one was the Daryl Dixon on the bike, the older one of Daryl. I got that. Was my first thing. It was on my birthday, and I was probably about. I probably started collecting about 3 years ago, maybe. I'm saying. That was one of my first thing of merch that I got of Walking Dead was the Daryl thing, the Daryl with the bite, and then I got the Rick Grimes from Series 8. I got the 10-inch Daryl, the Carl Funko Pop, and ever since then, around my birthday that one year, it grew. And probably the last over a couple months, I started collecting more of my comic books, and it was really interesting. It's just amazing, like, how much stuff you enjoy this show. You want to go out and buy merch, like figurines and stuff like that, comics, t-shirts and stuff. Man, my collection has grown a lot in the past probably maybe year. Probably, because originally when I got this cabinet 2 years ago, the thing behind me, it didn't have much stuff. Now it's pretty up there. It is, like, the top shelf's pretty up there full with Daryl Dixon stuff. The bottom shelf is Negan stuff. In the middle it's the 7-inch and 10 inches and stuff. And got one of my favorite comic books and the autograph there. And then on top it's the 2 loose seals and stuff. And then I got another shelf. It's dedicated to Walking Dead. I got another shelf. If you guys want me to do a Walking Dead, like apparently it might be a room tour, but I can show you where majority have my Walking Dead stuff is at. Let me know in the comments. But besides that, I don't know. I think I got more to look. Let me think. Probably the last year, I have grown to care of The Walking Dead a lot more than I have since I started with The Walking Dead. It started back in season 7, like episode 11. That's the Negan and the Sanctuary. So that episode meant a lot to me. It still does to this day because of family reasons. That episode aired around that time, and it was a really dark time for me. My papa had passed away in that time period, and yeah, I went really on a dark path and stuff, and I told myself I don't know how I got from there till now, and because I don't know. I went on a dark path because I just thought there wasn't no hope or nothing, and The Walking Dead got me out of it. And I don't know. The characters that I really relate to the most is probably Daryl and Negan, and a couple other ones with Beth, and Carl, but probably the main two that I really relate to is probably Negan and Daryl. Daryl probably more because I'm pretty much his story is like my story. My father wasn't no good. He was in and out of my life. When he was in my life, he was very abusive and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. And it was just pretty much me and my mom my whole life, and it still is. And then when my brother was born, it was me and my mom and my brother for a long time. My dad was in and out of the picture, like I said, and abused, and he finally left for the second time. He left when I was real little, and my mom and him wanted to try to make it work, and that's where my brother was born, and then he finally packed his stuff and left for good. And he was never, I'll tell you something, my dad was never there. He wasn't a very good father and stuff. And then now, recently, the past year, with my papa died, and that was more of a father to me than my dad was. And losing him had just devastated me. And then last probably 5 months, almost 6 months, back in December, I found out my aunt has cancer, and dealing with the last few months with her going through her treatment, going taking her to the doctor, staying with her, and taking care of her. I don't know, it's been really hectic. And now we'll probably find out in a couple, probably time this video is up, we'll probably find out the result if she is fully cancer free or not. And yeah, and it just devastated me. Because when we found out, it was right after the mid-season finale of season 8 was when Carl got bit. I was really devastated about that, as it is. And then finding out that, and going through that, and watching The Walking Dead. I don't know how I got videos up the last couple months. There was a lot of, during the break from season 8, mid-season premiere and finale, I done a lot of pre-record out. That's mostly probably what saved my rear end. Was only thing I really recorded for The Walking Dead was I done a lot of pre-recorded of stuff. Like if it was that week's episode, I stayed up all night or throughout the next day. I just pre-recorded what topics was for covered for that week and stuff. And only thing would be it wasn't that hard was live reactions. I done live reactions here in my room or over at my aunt's house and stuff. So yeah, but The Walking Dead has got me through a lot of my depression and anxiety and stuff. And I don't know, for Walking Dead, I wouldn't meet a lot of people that I really like to talk to and stuff. It opened up a window of people that I never expect I would call as a friend. I have friends on here, watch other live reaction people. I really like them, and there's a lot of channels that I like. And they can relate to me and stuff and all that. It's really cool, and I thank them everyone for them and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do if Walking Dead comes out. Will go out. I don't know the writing and what's happened the last few months with Carl's death, and now with I don't know if Andrew Lincoln's leaving and Lauren Collins possibly leaving the show. I don't know. I just hope they don't screw up the show like they have. Because I'm afraid they are screwing it up, and a lot of people ain't gonna like it, and they're not gonna be putting it up no more. Because the comic book's really interesting. I really want to see more of from the comics with the Whispers and the Commonwealth now, and the Whisper War and stuff. But yeah, I really want to see that. One thing I don't think I'll let, if Lauren Conrad that plays Maggie, if she goes off the show, there's one issue I wanted to see the most. I don't know if I'll ever get it. It's issue 174 with her and Negan with that issue, and I want to see that so bad. But now I don't know. So, sorry if this is super long. I want to hear your thoughts, opinion. What made you like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next